All right, we're here with Hailey Schultice today. She's the owner, operator, sole LLC member of Brio Med Spa and Wellness and Independence. And she was in the class about, what would that have been, about a year and a half ago?
It was 2021, actually.
Okay, so a little while ago. Um, how did you hear about the class and what motivated you to get involved in it?
Gosh, actually, now that you ask that, I was at a place in my life where I was really kind of at rock bottom, really just in a bad place in my personal life. And I was looking for something, anything at that point to help me get myself out of the pits that I was finding myself in. And I actually was just scrolling social media one day and I saw that Independence Community College had shared a post about the entrepreneurial mindset class that was coming up that you and Brittany Hollum were facilitating. And in my mind, I thought, I've always been kind of an entrepreneur at heart and had kind of that interest. So I thought maybe this is something that's a great way to start networking with other people, maybe like-minded individuals. So I thought I'll do that. So I enrolled in the class and I elected to do it via Zoom because at that time COVID was still,
Yes.
ahead. So I zoomed in each week and um, that's all she wrote.
Well, so that pretty much talked about what made it motivated you to take the class. And
Mhm.
so, did the class and how did it influence your problem or your approach to problem solving, maybe in your own life, and then now that you've started your business in that too?
I think more than anything, I just think back to what we call it, the opportunity canvas. And
Yes.
interestingly enough, I don't know if this is one of the questions you were going to ask, but the business that I now own and operate was actually what I used on my opportunity canvas when it was truly just a dream. But that really kind of taught me if you take any problem or a perceived problem, whatever that may be, and you put it on paper and you kind of do that opportunity canvas, what are the perceived problems? What are the perceived strengths? But when you get that on paper, it really kind of helps you develop that plan and really kind of hone in on what it is that you're going to need to do to achieve whatever that goal was.
Right. That and yes, let's talk about that because I didn't really have a question on that, but that's happened before with other people where they've had that simple opportunity canvas, which is kind of a one-page super mini business plan. It's not a 100-page business plan. It's not tons of research. It's not any of that stuff. It's just, as you said, it's a way to examine an idea that you have
I was
to maybe solve problems for people. Well,
I think I have it here. My opportunity
well,
canvas here in my office with me. So I was looking for it because I've kept it.
well, yeah, you should frame it.
Yeah.
I actually sent Great Ben the that your Facebook post, which had a piece of it in
It's
that. So
my opportunity canvas is the bookmark in the book, Clifton Tolbert's book.
the yes, well, that's really good. Um, well, did you have any unexpected or really eye-opening moments during the class? Any really aha moments that you can share with us?
The one thing that I share each time I think about this is and I don't know why this is what really stuck with me and resonated with me. But again, I think I've mentioned before, Melissa Weed with Honey Does, I think it is her cleaning business. She was one
Yes.
of the speakers and she really talked about the importance of the brand. And she has a van with her logo on the side of the van. So she's got this driving billboard everywhere she goes. But she was talking about how important the brand was to her. And for some reason, that has really resonated with me. And if anything, I've become so particular over these last 9 months in business about just that, my brand. I have built and developed on what I want that brand to be, down to the fonts I use in my marketing, the consistency in the colors in my marketing. I have a signature scent for my spa. Again, because I think that all goes into the brand and what it is. And I think that holding true to that and the experience that I want my patients to have when they enter my facility. I think as long as I remember that that was so important to me when I started, I think it'll always remain at the forefront. Is I even had a patient of mine commented on it within the last week, because speaking on that brand, it's kind of a way of life for me. This black and gold brand. I say it's a way of life for me at this point. I truly live it. We have our Christmas decor, and our Christmas decor is all black and gold, and we wear black scrubs, and I have black and gold shoes, and I have my nails done black and gold. And a patient was like, "Boy, you really like that black and gold, don't you?" I mean, we live what I call the black and gold life, because it's brio to me. It's brio, and brio is more than just a business to me.
Well, so I think I know the answer to this, but I'd like to hear it from you. So you said you were kind of at rock bottom when you took the class. So talk about how maybe the class helped change your confidence level, especially in taking the risk to launch this new business.
Again, 2021, I was just coming out of what I call one of the worst times in my life. And I was just searching for anything to help me feel some sense of fulfillment or completeness. And so I took the course. And at the time, the idea of Brio Med Spa had been, what I call in the back of my head for a few years, but I did not have the confidence. I did not think it was anything I could ever do. I just really didn't see myself being successful. So I took the class, and that kind of helped, but it really wasn't until last summer, honestly, the summer of 2022, when what I consider the catalyst occurred. And that was just one of my friends really encouraging me to take that leap, to pull out that opportunity canvas, and to put hesitations and fears behind me, and to get out of my own head, because more than anything, that's all that was holding me back. I had the dream, I had it on paper, I knew what I wanted to do, I had the credentials to do what I needed to do, but it was my own self-confidence that was holding me back. And so one of my best friends last summer is there was a conversation that we had that I consider really the catalyst that made me think, Hailey, you can do this. Get that paper out and do this. And in October of 22, October 10th to be exact, I was bored, and I filed an LLC, Brio Med Spa and Wellness LLC. Didn't know what I was going to do with it, but it was fun. I had that LLC, and I'm telling you what, that was October 22, and I was open for business March 20th, 2023.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
And now you've grown so much that you started in kind of it's called Founder's Place in Independence, kind of a business incubation place. And you've grown so much that you had the confidence to buy a building. So you might touch on that a little bit and how that's going.
Yeah, I'm going to show you, just because I'm so proud of it. I started in this little 178 square foot. This is my office. I still smile every day when I come in here, because it's mine. It is 100% mine. But yeah, March 20th, it was a Monday. I started in here and had all of my boxes of stuff here ready to open and put things together, and started seeing patients the same day. And it was just me. I was doing everything in this little room. I was doing my lab draws. I was my own nurse. I was calling my patients. I was scheduling, legal, marketing, accounting, CEO, you name it. I was doing it all. But I did quickly realize that there's a whole lot of people out there just like me. There was a demand for what I had to offer, and I began to grow. And I quickly learned that being a business owner is not for the faint of heart, and you wear a lot more hats. So I needed help. I needed to be able to delegate some of those tasks so as to not get burnt out myself. And I am so excited to say that 4 months ago, I brought on my first full-time staff member. So by doing that, I had to expand my space. So I tripled the amount of space that I lease here, and it's been wonderful. It's been a great place to incubate, but it's time to grow. I just consider it growing pains. It's been great here, and like I said, I've brought on my first full-time employee, and again, we realized while it was great to triple the amount of space we occupied here, it still wasn't quite what I wanted for the long-term vision. So I bought a building about a month ago. block north of where I am now, a much larger building, and we are in the process of completing a build out of a 3,000 square foot multi-treatment room, medical spa, and IV drip lounge. And when we get there, my second additional full-time employee will start with us. It's someone who I'm really excited to say she's a hometown girl. She's from here, but life has taken her away out of state, and she's been looking for a reason to come back home to Kansas. She was just waiting for a job, and a job I just so happened to have for her. So when we get to our new space, we'll be able to bring on our second additional full-time employee, and we'll really be able to expand on the services that we're currently offering. Exciting
Wow.
time.
Well, yes, exciting times. So I would say, what would you tell really people in Great Bend, which is where this class is going to be, but really people anywhere about the class and relationship? Lots of people have an idea of something that they'd like to do someday. So what would you tell them about taking the class and how that maybe will help them get over
You know,
some of the obstacles?
I like how you said, you never know what you might want to do someday. So as I said, in 2021, when I took the class, Brio Med Spa was just like a twinkle. I say in the back of my head, it was something that I really didn't think I could do. And you guys, that was 2 years ago. And now I've bought a building and I'm doing a remodel, and I'm staff, I'm an employer. So I would say take the class, even if and really kind of network and develop relationships and take as much out of it as possible, because this class may be the catalyst for you. It may be, like that conversation I had with my friend last summer, or you may just learn something about your personal life. And I remember that as well, because the class had talked about, the financial aspects of having a business, and, being cautious, and, starting small, and you don't have to go all in. And at the time I was struggling personally financially, so I had taken some great tidbits from the class and applied them to my personal life as well, outside of just professional. So even if you're not interested in being an entrepreneur, there's so much to be learned from the class. And I really believe iron sharpens iron, and you surround yourself with the person you want to become. So lots of opportunity to be had by taking the course, for sure.
Right. All right. Well, anything else you can think of that you might want to mention to these people in Great Bend before their class starts in January?
I would just say you can do it. You can do it. The opportunities are limitless, and you are your own worst enemy. There's nothing holding you back but yourself. And most of the time, failure comes from our own self-limiting beliefs. So when you learn to love yourself and believe in yourself, I'm telling you, everything changes for the better. I went from 2020, absolute worst year of my life, to 2023, the best year of my life. And I mean that when I say it. I'm the best version of myself today, here and now. I've never felt more strong, empowered, confident, fierce as a woman as I do this year, being a women business owner. And again, it just takes hard work and a dream. So anybody can do it, you guys.